Robert Saleh said they might need to do less of that because then they wouldn't have all these penalties. And so a reporter asked Rodgers about it, and here's what he said.
The cadence specifically, Robert said that might be something you guys have to dial back a little bit. Is that something you think could potentially help the situation?
It's one way to do it. The other way is hold them accountable. I mean, we haven't had an issue. We've had one false start. Morgan had one false start, I believe, until this. So, yeah, that seems like an outlier. I don't know if we need to make mass changes based on, kind of an outlier game.
Boom! That's all great players want. Look at that. Let me just start. That's all what great players want, especially someone like Rodgers. Do I have to do this? Do I have to do everything, coach? Because I got a head coach, and at least you can do is hold people accountable for the mistakes that they're making rather than making excuses and making it easier for them. That's all he's saying, and that's all you want as a great player.
Rex can't even look. I know how much you like Robert Saleh personally, and that's great. Everyone seems to. So I won't. D-Wood, I'll give you the floor first. Go ahead.
Be honest. You had 9 days to prepare. 9 days to prepare for a team starting a rookie quarterback. You go out there and you commit 13 penalties. 13. 5 pre-snap. 10 offensive penalties. You on the 1 yard line on multiple downs, and you didn't put in your 240-pound rookie running back from the 1 damn yard line. I mean, what the hell is going on, Robert? And I'm talking Robert Saleh, the head football coach of the New York Jets. This team looks sloppy. They look inept. I mean, what are we doing here? This is supposed to be a game where clearly the Jets are supposed to win this game. And your team can't stay on damn onside. This is clearly on coaching. And Aaron Rodgers was freaking right. The cadence has always been it's been a weapon for him.
It's complex.
How many times through Aaron Rodgers' career have we seen him use the cadence, draw teams offside, and then all of a sudden big play happen? We've seen that time and time again with Aaron Rodgers. And then you're going to come out in the postgame and say, oh, well, because our guys can't stay on side, maybe we shouldn't use it? I can't even use the word I want to use right now. BS. Figure it out. Aaron Rodgers is absolutely right. Maybe if the guys had some discipline and stayed there behind on sides, maybe Aaron Rodgers could use that weapon to his advantage. But I'm so sick of the Jets being undisciplined as a team. It's been that way since Robert Saleh has been there, and it showed up yesterday against a team starting a freaking rookie quarterback.
Yep.
It's unacceptable. It's a bad freaking loss, and I put that strictly on the head coach. Yes, Aaron Rodgers didn't play well. The offensive line didn't play well. But are you kidding me? That's an undisciplined team. And I know not only myself, I know Rex, I know Mike, and all the fans of the green and white are so sick and tired of seeing this type of stuff all the time. And then people in the organization will always talk about, I'm so tired of hearing same old Jets. Well, guess what? You put a game out there, you're going to get same old Jets.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of the green and white, all right? But I wondered how long this would take. How long it would take, because Aaron Rodgers not only brings his value and skill as a player, which, by the way, I'd feel the same way probably if this was the New England Patriots. Absolutely would. I know you're a former Patriot too, but I would absolutely feel that way. But Rodgers not only brings his ability, he brings a standard. Okay, a standard. I wondered how long. So it seems like the coaches, and maybe the players are starting to, but the coaches, well, Saleh does not understand his standard. And it's understandable because he's never done a lot of winning as a head coach, okay? When Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay, it took 4 games. It took 4 games for him to go absolutely ballistic on the sideline when he's yelling at coaches and he's yelling at players when it was against the Chicago Bears. This is him going crazy. This is where he just can't take it anymore, and he just needs to just get into somebody's ass and finally tell them this is how it's got to be. This is him understanding that it's very difficult to raise players and coaches to his level because it's just different. That's happening in New York right now, okay? Rodgers, as great as he is, that cadence is, look at that reaction right there. Now that's different than Tom. Tom would be F-bombing everybody on the sideline. Rodgers, that's him though. He just puts a little towel over his head and he says, I can't take this anymore. But, all right, this is when these coaches and players don't understand that as complex as Rodgers is, that's only a small part. The cadence is like level 1. It's like level 1 to him, and they can't match it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's obviously very unacceptable. Anytime we had a lot of penalties.
D-Wood can't take it.
What would I have you guys do in practice? You guys jumped off sides?
Be running a
lap. Be running a freaking lap around the whole thing, embarrassing everybody. Looks like grade school. That's where the hell you're at. Wait, it's not acceptable. It ain't acceptable. By the way, D. Wood hits it on the head. It's a weapon. Aaron Rodgers' cadence is a weapon. It's hard to get off on the football. All that type of cadence, it has to be to your advantage, not your detriment. And that's straight on the players too. All right? And, you know, there's a saying, either you're coaching it or allowing it to happen.
Correct.
And there's no way. Look, there's no way in hell Robert was trying to get through the press conference without throwing everybody under the bus. That's what he was trying to do. But no way in hell is he not laying into their butts, including his own coaches. There's no way in hell. And if he isn't, then he's not a head coach. All right? I know that I believe that he's laying into them like nobody's business. You know, he's instead of us being blunt force trauma, he's more of the, all right, I'll handle it behind scenes, where we'd handle it behind scenes and in front of the damn camera. All right? But either way, no way in hell. And you're right. We expect way more out of this football team. Why? We have Aaron Rodgers. Let's use Aaron Rodgers. Everything that comes with it. Everything that comes with it is what the Jets need to use. And the cadence is one of them.
Look, I'll just be very brief because you guys have said everything that needed to be said. But everyone is waiting for me to go crazy. There's nothing to go crazy about because you did it way better than I could ever do it. The very simple fact of it is this. Robert Saleh has been the head coach of the New York Jets a long time. He's had some difficult situations, many of which were not of his own making. But if there's one thing that is evident, and this is not personal, I've never met him, and everyone tells me he's a great guy, and the world needs great guys way more than it needs great football coaches. He's a bad head coach. He's been a bad head coach from the minute he arrived there. He remains a bad head coach, and he will until they fire him. And frankly, if they don't fire him at some point this season, I don't think they have any chance of getting where they want to get, which is a one-year winner-take-all scenario with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. And I don't ever call for anybody's job, but if I were the owner of that team, I would make a change right now because this isn't getting better without it.
Being the only non-Jet at this table, I have to shift this and talk about the Denver Bronco defense,
yes,
okay?
Because
they sacked Aaron Rodgers 5 times, had him in a blender, okay? Aaron hasn't been sacked 5 times since 2020, okay? This defense, Vance Joseph from last year, all right? The 70-point debacle in Miami. So I just got to shift this as to why they look so bad. Okay, it's because the players they got on Denver's defense, Surtain's one of the best in the league, okay? And Joseph is just dialing them up over and over again. P.J. Locksack, the first play of the game, how he got in Aaron Rodgers' head, how he made them possibly false start. Kudos to the Denver Broncos. I got to say that.
Listen, Sean Payton had a terrible day yesterday. And he coached circles around the New York Jets coaching staff. It's that simple.